Welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Justin Riley, and my first guests are from two different places. I have Angela Skalitzky from Floor 360 and Meg Miller from Center for Families. Welcome to the program, guys.
Thank you for having us.
So we're going to talk a little bit today about this program, Design for a Difference. I'm wondering, Angela, if you can explain what Design for a Difference is all about.
Absolutely. Design for a Difference started a couple years ago as a national contest where designers across the country would submit a nonprofit for a makeover. There'd be one winner. What happened was so many people did the makeovers anyways who weren't exactly the winners, and so now this year it's going to be a movement. So these makeovers will happen across the country.
Very cool, very cool. And I understand that Floor 360 has brought this movement to Madison, and can you tell us a little bit about how did it get started locally here?
Absolutely. We opened up a nomination forum a few months ago, and we had designers and the public make nominations, and then we had an event a couple weeks ago, really, where we let everyone know who the makeover was going to happen for the 2015 Design for a Difference, and it will be the Center for Families, their Respite Center.
And also, isn't Bob on the national board? One of the owners of Floor 360 is on the National Design for a Difference board.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. So what's the next step in the process then?
We had so many designers pledge to be a part of the makeover. We're so excited. They are going to come together in a week or so, and we're going to come up with a design plan and the scope of the project, and then the actual makeover would happen in October.
Very cool. Now, are these designers that work for Floor 360 then?
No.
Okay.
No, this is the whole design community, and we really want to reach out to the whole community in general. We'll need painters and paint and appliances and furniture, so we really want everyone to be a part of it.
This truly is a labor of love then.
Wow. Absolutely.
So are there opportunities for other people in the community to get involved?
Yes. Once we define the scope of the project, we will have everything on our website at floor360.com, and they can go there and sign up to help, and that'll be in about a month or so.
Very cool. So, Meg, I'm curious to ask you, you're the manager of the Respite Center for Center for Families. What does this makeover mean to you guys and the families that you support?
Well, the Respite Center is one program of Center for Families, and what we do is 24-hour crisis and emergency child care for parents who are under stress or in some sort of transitional situation. So we have a pretty nice space on Fordem Avenue. We had a redo about 10 years ago, and it really stopped in the middle when the Respite Center was being designed because we didn't have money, and then we got money, and it was a real quick, let's get this done. So we thought that it would be really nice to have some real professionals come in and look and see how we can do better for our families. If people are in crisis or kids are in crisis, it is nice to have a place that recognizes that you're in crisis and that you, it's a nice place, a warm place to visit.
Absolutely, and with kids having to be, dropped off, they probably want, we all want for our kids the best experience possible.
Absolutely, absolutely. And a lot of people don't get that when they are looking at social services for help. We also have bedrooms. We're 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, so our bedrooms are pretty spare, and it'd be really nice to be more welcoming. Sometimes kids are there for the first time away from their parents.
Yeah, that's scary for the kids. So, Angela, I'm just wondering if a business would like to get involved in the makeover for the Respite Center, who should they contact?
They can contact me at Floor 360. It is 274-2500 as our main number. They can call me there or check our website for details.
Awesome, awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us today. This is a really great project. Thanks for the information.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're very excited.
Yes, awesome. Don't go away. There's more Talk of the Town coming up right after this. We'll be joined by David from Legend Sports Bar. We'll be right back with more Talk of the Town. Welcome back to Talk of the Town. My next guest is the head chef and GM for Legend Sports Bar in Madison. David Ajdini joins me. Welcome, David.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, good to have you here today. So you're hosting an event that's coming up soon, and it's not it's a live event, but it's a televised event. It's not actually happening in your store. Tell us a little bit about this. It's, you're calling it, or they're calling it, the biggest fight of the century.
Yeah, it is the biggest event of the century, most anticipated boxing event of the century. Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao. I mean, people have been talking about it for years, been trying to put it together, but it finally happened.
What's been the holdup, do you think, in getting it put together?
Money.
Money?
It must be. It must be money. They're both great fighters. They both have championship belts, and they both have big egos.
There you go. There you go. So when is this happening?
This Saturday night, Saturday, May 2nd. The fight starts at 8 p.m. You could come on into Legends. We sell tickets to the event. Pre-sale tickets are $20. It's $25 at the door. I'd get there early because, like I said, it's the biggest fight of the century.
Yeah. Have you ever hosted an event like this before, where it's like a pay-per-view type of thing?
Yeah, definitely. We do all the UFC fights.
Okay.
And then the big championship boxing events we'll host too. You know, we have over 25 HD TVs, 3-4 projectors, a great knockout sound system to go with everything.
Sure.
Good food.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good drink specials.
Yeah. So we're gonna be watching it in comfort.
In comfort, definitely. Great atmosphere.
Yeah.
Good people. Good sound.
Sure. Sure. Now, we were talking a little bit before the program started about how, excuse me, you know, it costs more for you to host an event like this, or to carry it on pay-per-view, than it would for someone like me if I wanted to just order it in my home.
Yes.
What are the advantages? What's the incentive for you to host an event like this if it's going to cost you more?
Well, I mean, it brings people out. You know, there's really nowhere to go in Madison anymore. Too much to go out and watch these pay-per-view events. You know, but it's good for me and it's good for our guests. I mean, you don't have to clean up at home.
Right.
You know, you come on out, and we're also part of the Tavern League, so we're part of the Safe Rider program, free cab rides home. You just got to come back within the next day or two and get your vehicle.
Right. Come get your car, folks. So that's cool. Now, you guys are located, tell us where you're located.
439 Grand Canyon Drive, excuse me, right across the street from Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, sure.
On the west side.
Got it. Got it.
Drop the kids off at Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
And come on over.
With an adult supervisor, of course.
Just kidding, just kidding.
So, how long have you guys been in business now?
We're going on 6 years. This July will be our 6-year anniversary.
Very cool.
So, yeah, it's a family-run business. We're not corporate. Sure. It's my pop, myself, and my sister, and you know, we like to keep that, you know, family business. You know, we support a lot of our local, you know, businesses.
Sure,
Yeah.
absolutely. So, what's tell us about some of the events that you've hosted in the past that have been maybe not as big as the biggest fight of the century, but have been similar. Can you talk to us a little bit about some of those?
Yeah, I mean, like for the past 5 years, you know, we've been doing all the Pacquiao fights. You know, we get every time that guy fights, I mean, he just draws a big crowd. You know, same with Mayweather. UFC fights, we draw big crowds for UFC. Volleyball, we have a beautiful sand volleyball court outside in the back with a beautiful tiki bar.
Yes.
And so we do a lot of volleyball leagues. We change it over in the wintertime. I changed my volleyball court to a pond hockey / broomball court, rink, I should say. So yeah, we tend to think outside of the box, you know what I mean? There's always something to do at Legends.
Yeah.
Always.
Awesome. And there's going to be something to do this weekend on May 2nd at Legends. So if you want to get involved, or if you want to go and check it out, it's $20. Tickets are $20 in advance and $25 at the door, right?
Yes, yes.
And they're only available, the tickets are only available at Legends Sports Bar.
Yep.
David Ajdini, thank you so much for joining us
Thank you very much for having me.
Don't go away. We're going to be talking fireplaces with Margo Goodwin from United Brick and Fireplace. It's Talk of the Town on CW57. Welcome back to Talk of the Town. My next guest is going to talk to us about all things Fireplace. I'm joined now by Margo Goodwin from United Brick and Fireplace. Welcome, Margo.
Thank you.
Now, you're the owner of United Brick and Fireplace.
I am the owner, yes.
Okay. A lot of people are talking about gas fireplaces and wondering if they're safe. Can you talk to us a little bit about whether our gas fireplaces safe?
They are. January 1st of 2015, all manufacturers on gas fireplaces require a screen in front of them. So they've had some incidents. So today they're safer than what they were a while ago. So with the new screens will make a big difference, yes.
Awesome, awesome. Now, let's back up just a little bit. And you guys have been a family-owned company for a number of years now. Can you talk to us a little bit about how United Brick and Fireplace got started?
Yep. My father started the business in 1973. We're on our third generation. We've got quite a few family members involved in the business, so we've been going very strong since 1973, even through the construction slowdown. We've made it through it, so it's good.
How long have you guys been on the west side? Because you have an east side on Lien Road, and then you are off the Beltline as well on the west side. How long? Which one came first, and how long has have they each been there?
We've been on the east side of Madison since we've started,
Okay.
and we opened a store on Todd Drive. We're on our 4th year.
Okay.
Great exposure, and it's really made a big difference in our retail aspect.
Yes.
So we've been around there for about 4 years.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. So now getting back to talking fireplaces, of course, because that's what we're here to do. A lot of people have, they move into old homes and they have old wood-burning fireplaces, and some people don't want to deal with that, but they still want to keep the fireplace. Is it okay? I mean, is it possible to convert a wood-burning fireplace into a gas fireplace?
It is. Sometimes it depends, especially in an older home. If you've got a lot of gas, it might be hard to be able to run the gas through the existing home. But probably 90% of our business is gas direct vent fireplaces, either going into an existing fireplace or into a brand new construction of a new home. So it's done quite frequently. It's a huge part of our business today. Yes.
The conversion part is
The conversion part is, yes.
Yes, very cool. Now, a lot of people talk about, I don't have a fireplace, I have an electric fireplace. So that's where
Well,
I'm
it's a
at.
big thing today.
Yeah. It wasn't my choice. I just moved in and there it was. But a lot of people who have fireplaces, I imagine they have to worry about cleaning their chimney, especially if they're burning wood. Is that something that people with gas fireplaces have to worry about, or is it just mainly for if you're burning wood?
Well, it's for both, actually. Most
Okay.
people think if they have a gas fireplace, they don't have to. But gas should be cleaned and checked once a year, just like your furnace.
Yeah.
Most people don't think so. Your wood, depending on how much you use it, should be cleaned once a year. You have a lot of creosote. We have hot and cold. Wisconsin's pretty tough on wood-burning fireplaces, so you definitely should have it checked once a year by a professional, for sure.
And you guys provide that service?
We do provide that service. However, most people don't think about it until they're ready for that first burn, and it's hard for my guys if it's snowing or raining to get up on a roof. So if people would think about, maybe I ought to look at my fireplace now, they can get a better deal for the guys to be able to clean it so we can keep the guys busy. But most people don't think of it until it's cold
Until it's almost too late.
and almost too late,
Yeah,
yes.
for sure. I've just got this kind of a crazy question. Is it true that you need to, during the summertime, burn a little bit, like turn on your fireplace if you have a gas fireplace to get the spiders out? I've heard that like the spider webs can cause problems.
do.
Really?
In gas, yeah, you get a lot of spiders and they'll clog the thermocoupler, so you go to start it and it won't ignite, or it might go on and shut off in a few minutes. So you should, but most people turn their pilot lights off
Okay.
on their fireplace during the summer because the glass gets hot or they think it's going to cost them too much money. But you should let your pilot light running all year round with your fireplace,
Sure.
for sure.
That's always the safest way to
Yes.
go.
Yes.
We just have a couple seconds left, but can you tell us what is the trend for the exterior of homes today? Like, is it brick or stone? And what's the cost difference between when you build the chimney on the exterior nowadays?
Well, today stone is pretty popular compared to brick. It's just that new style, that new look that people are trying to achieve. There's real stone, then there's cultured stone. I mean, you can get cultured stone as cheap as $5 a square foot, almost the same cost as brick. Years ago, it was totally opposite. Stone was double the cost of brick. But you can get into real stone, which is a lot more realistic. But today it's a price value today.
Yeah.
People are looking to save money wherever they can and don't always look at something that's going to have a longevity behind it, where brick or stone are going to last for a long time.
Right, absolutely.
Yes.
Well, Margo Goodwin from United Brick and Fireplace, thank you so much for the information today.
Thank you.
Don't go away, we've got more Talk of the Town coming up right after this. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Talk of the Town. As you can see, we've got some very special guests with us. This is the crew from Flip City Gymnastics in Sun Prairie, and I'm joined by Katie Hollinger right here. welcome, and Haley right here, and then we're joined by Anjali and Jasmine. Welcome to the program, guys.
Thanks.
So we're going to be doing something kind of fun today, but first I'm wondering, Katie, if you can talk to us a little bit about some of the programs that are offered at Flip City Gymnastics.
Yeah, we have recreational gymnastics classes for kids ages 2 through high school. So the 2 and 3-year-olds are practicing with a parent in a parent and child class. The parents don't have to do it, they just have to help the child.
Sure.
They're working on jumping, rolling, cartwheeling, balancing, and just swinging. And then we have older classes that work on more progressive tumbling. So they do back handsprings and they even learn backflips. And they do competitive. So they go to meets around the area and compete against other gyms.
Very cool, very cool. Now you guys are going to do a demonstration for us today, right? Why don't you go ahead and get set there, and you're going to kind of tell us what they're doing as they do it, right?
Yeah, so one of the most basic things that you start with is a front walkover. And then you learn to do that backwards, so it's a back walkover. And then you start handsprings where you actually push off of your hands.
Wow.
And then you get to connect them together and make fun combinations like a walkover, back handspring.
Wow.
Yeah, and then they start to learn flips. This is a back tuck. And then
Awesome.
another kind of flip we call an aerial is basically a cartwheel with no hands.
Very cool, very cool. Nice job. Okay, so now it's my turn. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, do
I'm not
it.
going to go there. So, well, that's cool. So, like, tell us a little bit now about some of the equipment that you have over at Flip City.
We have all the girls' gymnastics equipment. We have the uneven bars, the Weller spring floor, which is shown to help with joints so we don't have as many injuries as the old spring floor. We have the balance beam, and we also have a new piece of equipment that the girls don't know about yet. We're getting a trampoline, and we're installing it this weekend, actually.
Ooh,
So,
wow. See, their
yeah.
eyes just light up right here. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
Yep,
We're
that'll be a
very excited.
surprise for anyone that doesn't watch this.
Very cool. Very cool. So now, tell us, Katie, can you talk to us a little bit about some of the things that the kids gain from this experience? This is a really great experience for the kids.
Yeah, I love gymnastics because it's so empowering to kids. They gain confidence, and when they first start gymnastics, they look at a lot of these skills and it seems like they're impossible. You know, how could someone physically do that? But then through the focused training and the discipline and the dedication to the sport, they learn that they can do these things that they once thought they could never do. And so it makes them feel like maybe they could do other things. And gymnastics isn't something that a lot of their parents and their family and their neighbors know a lot about, so it gives them an opportunity to educate the adults in their lives about something that they may know more about than they do. So it just makes the kids feel more confident about themselves and that they can really do something
It's
powerful.
empowering.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Do you guys feel empowered? Good.
Yeah.
So, Haley, talk to us a little bit about how parents can sign their kids up for classes at Flip City.
Sure. We have online enrollment, and so parents can go on our website and create a parent account, and then they can choose a class with an open spot, whatever works for their schedule. And we do go month to month for our enrollment, so we're not locked into a 12-week session.
Oh, okay. So it's not like 3-month session and then they have to wait until the next 3
Yep.
months is up.
Yep.
That's very cool. Very cool. So each session then is 1 month in length.
Yep.
Oh, very cool. That's very
So a
cool.
lot of kids continue for, a couple of years.
Yeah.
And some will just try a month and see if they like it.
Sure. That's very appealing to a lot of folks, I think.
Yeah.
What should kids and parents expect when they come to a class at Flip City?
Well, we're a smaller gym right now. We just opened 2.5 years ago, so we have small classes right now. We generally have about 6 kids in a class with 1 instructor, and so the kids aren't standing in line a long time. They're getting a lot of that hands-on training, and they're getting more one-on-one with the coach, too, because it is smaller classes. We really pay attention to our class ratio, making sure that we're not getting too many kids in one class. Because of that even, we've had to start wait lists recently for our classes, and so we're definitely growing. We just opened a new set of classes this week actually to accommodate the increased enrollment requests that we have.
Yes, absolutely. And Haley, we just have a few seconds left, but I'm wondering if you can talk to us about if a kid expresses interest in gymnastics, what's the next step for the parent then?
Sure, you can set up a trial class. It's one free trial class per student, and the parents can call, email, or set up online.
Awesome, awesome. Haley and Katie and Anjali and Jasmine, thank you so much for joining us today, and thank you so much for the demonstration. Nice job, guys. These guys are from Flip City Gymnastics in Sun Prairie, and that's all the time we have for Talk of the Town. We'll see you next time.